My wife and I have taken several groups of high school and college students on whitewater rafting trips through the years. Most of them on the Ocoee River in Tennessee, one of the most popular whitewater destinations in the world. Well, what makes the Ocoee experience fun as well as nerve-wracking are the obstacles, the channels, the drops, the hydraulics, all with ominous names like Tombstone, Blue Hole, Slam Dunk, Conveyor Belt, Edge of the World. But the big daddy of them all is aptly named Humongous. It's the largest rapid on the Ocoee River. Here the river constricts, forming a large wave train that is split in two by a massive boulder surging through the right channel to become a violent hydraulic. Well, the last trip we took, we saw plenty of people in the rafts ahead of us who did not fare so well. They fell victim to the violence of Humongous and were struggling in the waves. The unsung heroes of the Ocoee are the guides, the men and women who sit perched on the back of your raft, barking orders like dig, 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 hard left, hard right, reverse, in an effort to guide a raft filled with a half-dozen whitewater novices on what can be a very treacherous ride. Lives have been lost on that river. People have gotten sucked into hydraulics, stuck between boulders. People get hurt. There's risk, and rafters have to sign waivers beforehand acknowledging that risk. But these guides, they seemingly have no fear, no anxiety, not a tinge of apprehension about rafting down this river. One day I figured out why. You see, the Ocoee's waters are fed by a dam, and they have recreational whitewater releases on certain days each year. So, the parts of the river that are filled with treacherous whitewater one day might be completely empty of water the next. My wife and I were in that part of Tennessee one day when the river was dammed and no water was flowing. It was so peaceful and serene. You could walk right up to the river's edge and even into the river bed, and you can see where the rocks are. Those massive boulders and rock formations. They're what create the obstacles, the waves, the drops, and hydraulics like Tombstone, Slam Dunk, and Humongous. And most of those rock formations are hidden under the surface when you're rafting on top of the river. But the guides know where the rocks are. They've walked the river on the days when the water's not running. They know exactly which rocks create which waves, which formations cause which channels and hydraulics. They know the exact maneuvers required to navigate past the treacherous parts of the river, because they know what's underneath that causes them. They know the safest pathways. They understand the tactics and strategies needed to stay in those pathways. That's why an experienced guide can confidently lead a raft full of unknowing, unskilled adventure seekers safely through what to those novices looks like a completely chaotic, untamed river. That's the value of a guide, a coach, a third-party observer who's been there and done that. Sometimes business can be like treacherous whitewater. There's risk involved. People can get hurt. A good coach knows where the rocks are and can guide you safely through pathways that may not be apparent to you. A good coach has the experience to know what lies under the surface and the skills to help you see options you may not have thought about. Other pathways, tactics, strategies to get where you want to go. Are there treacherous whitewaters ahead in your professional life? Let's connect and explore the possibilities to see if the coaching journey's for you.